And welcome back to the Cover 3 podcast here on CBS Sports. That's Tom Fornelli. That's Bud Elliott. That's Danny Kanell. I'm Chip Patterson coming to you live at youtube.com/cover3 and everywhere you get your podcasts on demand. Thanks for hanging out. Smash that subscribe, smash that like, and come and join us in the chat, a.k.a. the Cover 3 Tailgate, where they're talking about that splash contest. I just checked it myself. I'm tied for 154th. I think I'm 29-19. We'll do full splash updates probably on Saturday night or Monday for upon further review. But we've got what you came for, which is those locks. Now, before we look ahead, let's take a brief look back at Week 8 results. Bud Elliott, it was a winning week, 5-4 for you. The wins were Vanderbilt -2.5, Minnesota +8.5, Oklahoma -5.5, North Texas -3.5, Temple -11.5. The losses: ECU team total under 35.5, Tennessee +9, Utah -3, Washington, Michigan over 50, 5-4 for the week. What are we taking away?
All right, Temple was easy. North Texas was easy. Minnesota obviously won outright. That was easy. Vandy wasn't easy, but I think it was the right side. All right, in the losses, East Carolina under was the wrong side. They're just better than I think they are. So I need to readjust there and have some. Utah was the wrong side. Clearly, BYU outplayed them. Tennessee, honestly, I'm not trying to complain and moan and make excuses. Pick sixes happen. They count on the scoreboard. That one hurt, right? That's about to be 14-16 at halftime. Both sides moving the football on each other pretty well. And all of a sudden, that's just good night with the 99-yard pick six there. So that one kind of screwed me. Washington, Michigan, honestly, I'd probably bet that again, but it wasn't the right side. I'm just trying to go back and figure out what I missed there. Obviously, I watched it, but I'm surprised Washington couldn't score a little bit more for us.
Well, it's hard when you're just gifting the ball with a bow to the other team. Yeah. Game scripts kind of hit you there. All right, 5-4.
Yeah, right. If you give Michigan a lead, they're just going to sit on it.
Right. That's kind of what I saw. 5-4 for the week has Bud at 39-39. For me, 7-2 week. The wins were the under 50.5 in Louisville, Miami, Vanderbilt -2.5, Ole Miss first half +4.5, Ohio State -25.5, BYU +3.5, the FAU USF under 74.5, Arkansas +8. Took losses on Duke -1.5 and Arizona State team total under 21.5. Jen M in the tailgate, if you're watching along on youtube.com/cover3, is asking, what do the Reds and Blues mean on the spreadsheet? For those of you who are new here, the Blues are the lock agreements. Of course, that is when we hear the children celebrate our agreement. And of course, the Reds, as you might be able to indicate, are lock fight. So for me, I was 1-1 in the lock fight, a win against Bud, a loss against Danny. 7-2 for the week has me at 48-37 for the season. Danny, it was a good week. You had it on the top 25s. You had it here on the locks. You were dialed in on week 8. 7-3 for Mr. Kanell. The wins were Georgia -7.5, Alabama -8, Utah, BYU under 49.5, Georgia Tech +1.5, the Oklahoma, South Carolina under 43.5, the Texas A&M, Arkansas over 60.5, and the Missouri, Auburn under 43.5. That game went to overtime and still came through. How about them? The only losses for Danny: Miami -13.5, your national championship pick, and the Tennessee, Alabama over 58.5, and then Florida -8.5. What did we take away from a good week?
7 good picks and 3 really wrong ones is what I take away from that, because the losses weren't even close. Didn't even think about them. They look awful in hindsight. All bad picks, but 7 good ones I'll take.
Just a brief little sidebar, as you know, your day trade Danny buy of buying low on Miami, it's been circulated, it's been socialized across social media. And I can't help, something started rattling around my head. Is this doubling down on the Miami national championship pick that sent the social media team scrambling to adjust something that was set for a Saturday release? Are we going even harder on making sure that if we believed it last Wednesday, we're going to believe it all the way through?
Right. I mean, Louisville's a good team. It was a tough loss. You had your quarterback at his worst game of the season. Heck yeah, I'm doubling down.
I love it. All right. So 7-3 as Danny at 38-39 for the season. Tom, 4-5 week for you. The wins were Tennessee, Alabama under 59.5. Ole Miss first half plus 4.5. Georgia Southern minus 6.5. Washington, Michigan under 50.5. The losses were Louisville team total under 17.5. Wyoming team total over 26.5. South Carolina plus 5.5. Arizona team total under 21.5. And UNLV plus 12.5. What do we take away?
The Louisville team total died early because they scored 14 points right off the jump. South Carolina was a complete whiff. I do want to count Wyoming as a win because if you look at Parker Fleming's success rate, how bad did we really get beat chart? Wyoming beat the crap out of Air Force. They just didn't score points. Just makes me so mad. They should have easily covered that 26.5. But yeah, nothing real huge takeaways from last week.
All right, 4-5 for the week has Tom at 38-34 for the season. It was a good week. If you bet every single one of our picks, you were 23-14, up more than 7 units. So we can't linger on it. Eyes ahead to week 9. So I ask you, gentlemen, y'all ready to lock it up?
Sure.
Since 2005, the under in games between service academies is 40-9-1.
We're picking locks.
Give me an over in this one as well. A little 2-for-1 special.
Don't get these locks.
I was a sicko last week. Y'all were watching the good games. I was live betting the hell out of UL in Kentucky.
My blue plate special 5-star locks are coming.
5-star master lock. Lock it
You
up.
want these locks? I'm living and dying every point, every cover.
From the locking chair to your eyes and ears, and a reminder that locks are sponsored all season long by Cash App. Making money move should be easy, and that's why there's Cash App. It's fast, safe, and honestly, way more personalized than other apps out there. Thank you to Cash App for sponsoring not just all of these locks episodes, but also the season-long locks competition between us 4, of which there will be the Cash App Cover 3 Locks Trophy. All right, let's begin as we always do with a look at the early bird games, the action on Thursday and Friday night. Just one game here on Thursday night, South Alabama at Georgia State. Georgia State's been going through it, 1-6 on the season, 0-3 in Sun Belt. Anybody see the Panthers rising up and logging their first conference win of the season?
I could see it.
I mean, yeah, I could see South Alabama losing a football game. Yes, they do most of the time.
That's fair. South Alabama 1-6, also 0-3 in conference play. This is a somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose situation.
Well, also, just I made my Twitter tip Georgia State in the points. I can't remember what it was, but I looked it up on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. Like the underdogs are covering like 70% of the time. Just something worth paying attention to.
I saw some commentary in the tailgate. Again, more like anecdotal evidence. How about take that for data? All right, on to Friday night. North Texas on the road in Jerry Richardson Stadium in Charlotte. They are 26.5-point favorites. Cal, after the win against North Carolina, making the trek to Blacksburg to take on Virginia Tech. Then on CBS Sports Network, it's Boise State at Nevada. I misspoke last week. That is my fault on the messaging. The pregame show was where you found the Cover 3 podcast. And my understanding is that for this one, the Boise State, Nevada pregame show.
Pregame.
What?
Sorry, pregame. Okay.
Yes, pregame show is where we're going to be finding some contributions from the Cover 3 podcast. Pay attention to our Cover 3 podcast Twitter feed for specifics as we get specifics on that one. So Boise State, Nevada, fun one out in Reno. Cover 3 podcast, a part of the pregame show there. So 3 games on Friday. Anybody got a lock?
Yeah.
Ooh,
North Texas team total over 42.5.
I mean, no one's going to argue with that one.
Guys, I mean, I don't know if the conditions could be more ideal for scoring here. We got 2.5 mile an hour wind in Charlotte, little 58 degrees at kickoff. Like that's not that bad. Humidity 38%. I mean, Danny, you tell me that sounds good to throw the ball in.
That's great.
A lot of jobs could be open. It is kind of job interview season for Eric Morris on the field. And athletic directors like to score points. Over 42.5 North Texas for me.
Rock with that. I mean, that's, you mentioned that. That's the bank issued puffy vest, for all the bankers out there in the Queen City. It's really good layered season, Q-zips, puffy vests, all that stuff right there. Anybody else got anything for Friday night? Hey, listen, motoring through. Don't fire on it if it ain't a lock. I get it. All right. Let's turn our attention then to Saturday, noon Eastern time. Ole Miss at Oklahoma. Who's got a lock? I'll get it started. Okay. We're going to start with the under. We still got 54.5 on the board.
There's 55 out there now.
Hey, listen, chip line value. It's moving the other way. I'm still comfortable with where I'm sitting. I think that this is going to be a spot for Ole Miss where they are going to struggle on the road to score points. Now, I think they still have a decent shot to win this game. I'm not going to take them and the points. It seems like a little bit more of a coin flip to me, where if you wanted me to take one side or the other, maybe I would lean the Rebels, but I think the Oklahoma defense imposes its will in a way that dictates the way that this entire game is played. Ole Miss won a lower scoring game earlier this season when they went up against LSU. We talked about this in Big Game Breakdown. That is similarly what I am expecting here. I don't think it's locking chair easy. I just think that this number is just a tad too high for the way that Oklahoma has been playing football games so far this year.
Chip, I'm trying to catch you in this thing. I can't really catch you with this pick, but I want to make sure you don't get further ahead of me. Lock agreement.
All right.
That's a lot of film on Trinidad Chambliss now. I think he's a good player. I think Lane's a great play caller. But Oklahoma, defensive personnel-wise, I think is a hell of a lot better than what Georgia has. And, you started to see what bothered him maybe in the second half of that game last week. I trust Venables to be really good. And as long as Mateer doesn't throw a lot of picks, which is possible.
Yeah, for sure.
But OU run game maybe getting going a little bit more. Maybe Venables tries to lean on that slightly more. And, Ole Miss is not going crazy tempo this year, like they have been in the past. Some, but not a ton. So I do think that that's a good look, under 55.
Give me Oklahoma -5.5. I mean, you guys kind of touched on it a little bit already. I don't think Ole Miss and Chambliss are going to have a ton of success against this defense. I think they're on the road for their second straight week. I think Oklahoma's offense, while it's not great, as Bud mentioned, the running game is starting to come together a little bit, where it's not like anything you're going to be like, wow, they're really good at it, but it's been getting better the last couple of games. I think they're going to win at home, not comfortably, but not going to be in fear in the last few minutes of the fourth quarter.
Also, Dentist.
Ooh.
Let's go. Man, we got some fillings to do, guys. Got toys to buy for Christmas, got Halloween candy, everything. So here we go. Finally got back on track last week. Big thanks to Jenny Dell, and I have another 4-pack for the boys. Oh boy. All right, here we go. Oklahoma, first half team total under 14.5. I know Ole Miss defense is not good, struggles versus good offenses, but Oklahoma is not in that category. Oklahoma has not scored more than 14 in any first half in SEC play this season. This is a really important game for both teams, so I expect a tight game. 11 a.m. kickoff helps this bet. Tooth emoji, lock emoji.
I mean, that's 14.5 is a good number, Yeah. Like, you can rock with that. All right. Is it, do we the rest we want to unveil them as they come?
I think so, yeah, because they're all on pretty big games that we'll probably discuss.
Okay.
DK? I'll go ahead. I'm going to go. Why does Lane Kiffin wear the visor? Do you guys know where
Steve Spurrier? Steve Spurrier.
What job has he been linked to this week? Have there been a lot of distractions this week? Has this been maybe something that's been discussed just a little bit?
Danny, if you were nuclear,
all the questions. Let's go. Give me Oklahoma, Lamb, lock agreement with Tom. Oklahoma's going to win this one. Plus, I mean, he's out there talking about stealing signals. You don't think Brent Venables is livid about that comment? Most coaches, I think, laugh it off. I think he is not happy with that one. I think Oklahoma's defense shuts down Trinidad Chambliss.
I kind of thought it was like a badge of honor.
A badge of honor? Is that what you said? But
I think it's a badge of honor for Brent. Yeah. I mean, he's been good at that for a long time.
Do you remember the laptop on the sideline?
Mm-hmm. As an old, I do. Yes. Yeah.
No, but it was for social media, Bud. We were just putting together, good, all in, IPTE. We were just working on our social media campaigns. And that's exactly what NC State believed as well, why that laptop was on the sideline in Carter Finley Stadium.
That is correct. Yeah. Like, gotta have laptop, gotta have your own Wi-Fi. Like, look, Danny's on the laptop today.
Yeah, we're overcoming adversity.
Is Danny stealing our signs in our place? I don't know.
All right, let's keep it going with some of the big games of the day. Missouri at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt favored at home against a ranked SEC opponent once again. Who's got a lock?
I do, and I can't find the damn game. What's the rotation number on this?
The rotation number is Vanderbilt -2.5. Lock it up. I ain't stopping now.
Woo, okay.
Yeah.
It's 183, 184.
Yeah, I'm going over 51.5.
I like that too.
I think both these teams will score. Look, not their defenses are bad, but I just do trust both offenses here. And we have another Dennis pick.
Oh, Danny, do you have what you want to get?
Well, I was just going to say, I don't know if I trust both offenses. I don't know if I trust Bo Pribbs on the road here against a defense that's going to be pretty good. If they can't get Hardy going, I do think you've seen Bo Pribula come back to earth a little bit. I think this is Vanderbilt's game. I doubted Vanderbilt last week against LSU. I thought LSU's defense could slow down Vanderbilt's rushing attack. They could not. I don't know if Missouri does either. I think they're the real deal. I'm not going to doubt our guy Barton again. All day the 2.5 with 2.5 with Vanderbilt.
Let's go.
Dennis is kind of on our same page here.
Okay.
Drill. I'm staying on this Vandy first half train. Give me Vandy first half over 13.5. Vandy has been over this number in every SEC game this year, including Bama. They will be amped up for this one, and I expect a few touchdowns from Pavia in the first half here. Tooth emoji, lock emoji.
So you're saying that in the town that's been known for good old honky tonks and unscripted jams, Vanderbilt's script kings, they come out there ready to go. They got it down pat. I like that. So what'd you say, first half?
First half.
First half team total over for Vanderbilt. Tom, you got any lock here or a thought?
I have no lock. I have no thought. Go Vandy.
There you go. That's a thought. Yeah. All right. 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. BYU making the trip. Wait, hold on. That game's later, right? That game is 7 p.m.?
No, it's 3:30.
Yeah, 3:30 p.m. BYU making the trip to Jack Trice Stadium, Ames, Iowa. We talked about this game a little bit at the end of Big Game Breakdown yesterday. BYU undefeated, soaring in the rankings, and an underdog in this spot against Matt Campbell and the Cyclones. Who's got a lock?
I do.
All right.
Wrong team favored.
Yes, sir.
BYU +2.5. We talked about it in the Big Game Breakdown yesterday. Iowa State's defense is decimated by injuries. We saw Cincinnati run all over them a couple weeks ago. I think BYU can do very much the same thing. They're very similar styles on offense. I know it's on the road. I know it's a week after the Holy War, and we kind of have to worry about a letdown possibility. But I just don't see Iowa State doing it this week. Give me the Cougs.
Yeah, I think if they had Dom Orange in the lineup and healthy, I would be off this. But because BYU wants to run the football, stay out of negative leverage situations, all those Iowa State corners are out. They've been having to play really soft, kind of try to light box you. I think BYU can run on that light box. So, kind of get Iowa State to stuff the box. Maybe they go over the top a little bit. We'll see. Okay. No. Jesus Christ. give me that +3.
It's at 3 now.
Hoping we get that. Yeah, a couple threes out there. Cirque's got it. Chris.
I had it in my column. I didn't see him. All right, cool.
What is our record with Latifa as a group?
Oh, it hasn't been great this year. It's 1-2.
You want to bring balance to it?
Why not? Let's go. Give it to me. They got their signature win last week against Utah in that holy war. Bear Bachmeier, the true freshman, has an opportunity to make history for an 8-0 start. It's been phenomenal. The last true freshman to go 8-0, we heard this yesterday, Chip, one Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence got a head start, too. I think he started with a 4-0 team, I think when he took over the job there in the middle of the season and then ran the table and a national championship. So I will take BYU in this one.
There we go. Go Cougs. Latifa,
BYU Unity.
Yeah.
All right, let's get. We'll work on pulling together some graphics of Latifa and the BYU Cougar, which is one of the great mascots, right? Yeah. BYU Cougar, you're automatically going to submit it on a top 25 mascot in the game. So, is it Rocky? I'm just pulling this right off the top of my head.
It was Cosmo.
Cosmo, that's it. Good call. Yeah, Cosmo. Great call. All right, let's
Rocky.
keep it.
What the hell? That doesn't make any damn sense. Why would he be named Rocky?
But the Cougar looks like a Rocky, but his name's Cosmo. All right.
Okay. All right.
Then at 3:30, Saturday at 3:30 Eastern, it's big time in Iowa when head coach PJ Fleck leads his Minnesota Golden Gophers against the Iowa Hawkeyes. We'll get you set for kickoff and catch you up on all the action from around the country at 2:30 Eastern on State Farm College Football Today here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. All right. Who's got a lock?
Iowa. I think this is a nice matchup for them. I bet Minnesota last weekend, not this week. I think Iowa can run the ball in this Minnesota defense. It has not been very good. I think this is a much different caliber of line of scrimmage game from Iowa than Minnesota saw against Nebraska. I don't think Minnesota is going to get Iowa out of their comfort zone. Never really comfortable to take Iowa by more than a touchdown, but give me the Hawkeyes here.
Heritage play, I know that we've had new information, we've had changes in the coaching staff, but this one needs to be cozy. I know exactly what this one needs to be. I know where I need to be. We're going under 39.5. I mean, we're playing for the Floyd of Rosedale. We're playing for a bronze pig.
Yeah.
If this game has too many points, it sullies the great history of this pig. I know we etch the winners on the bottom, right, Tom? Like there's little plates. We put the scores too, right?
Yep.
I'll tell you what, something that's into the 40 points, that's disrespectful to this trophy. Come on, let's go. Under 39.5.
All right, give me Minnesota team total under 14.5 as well.
Yes. Let's go. Anybody else?
Let's see. I just want to look at the scores of the last few games here. Last year was 31-14. Disrespectful.
Wow.
The year before was 12-10. The year before was 13-10. The year before 27-22. Yeah, I would say higher scoring is more prevalent than low.
Well, I hate that. That's the problem when you're taking the books out of schools. You got elementary kids that don't have to do homework anymore. It's just then you get results like this, disrespecting history with these high scoring games between Minnesota and Iowa. All right. Also in the 3:30 slate, let's keep it in the Big Ten. Big game in the Big Ten. Illinois on the road in Seattle, taking on Washington. Illinois off last week. Washington lost in Ann Arbor. Who's got a lock? Nobody else? Do we saw 4.5? Because give me all of them.
I think we saw 5. I thought I had 5 before the show.
Whoa. Well, I'll take Illinois and the best number I can get. Already in it.
The best I could see is 4.5 right now.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go Illinois 4.5. I see this as a game sort of where Washington is in their season, where they might be able to get got. And with Illinois coming into this game out of an off week, it's not like it can bring guys back who are out for the season. You still have some of the same concerns about what DeMond Williams could do. But DeMond Williams in his first full season as a starter has also cooled off, especially against some of the better teams on this schedule. So I think that Illinois has got a fair shot to win this thing. I think it's going to be a really, really fun game. And in the classic idea of value, if I look at this as Illinois can go and win this game in Seattle, if you're giving me 4 and a hook and a back and forth, there's a lot of different ways for me to win this. So I'll take ILL plus the 4.5.
I'm going to go a slightly different direction here. This got bet down from open. I'm going to go over 54 now. I think both teams can score a little bit. A lot of man coverage from both. 2 quarterbacks who can run some. And Altmaier's not an amazing runner, but he's good enough to break pocket and get around a little bit. Maybe wet conditions helps us get a cheap score potentially, either for the offense or the defense. Give me over.
You roll with that. Illinois overs.
You're not worried at all about the offensive line injuries?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, for sure. But I
for Washington, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah, they're left.
Yeah, that's what I had it on my notebook too. Yeah.
One of their super fans told me like they're going to get some guys back though, so I'm hoping he's right on that. Looks a little better than it looked on Tuesday, I guess.
That classic UW Medical Center, getting them right. Let's go. Danny, you got any thoughts here?
No, I like Illinois. I'm not going to lock it up, but I like Illinois. And I kind of lean towards the over with Bud.
Yep. All right. Then 7:30 p.m. Eastern time down in Death Valley, Baton Rouge. Brian Kelly back against the wall. Circle the wagon Saturday for the Tigers. All the spirits of all the different mics need to be summoned to spooky season in Louisiana, because LSU has undefeated Texas A&M in town. Now the Aggies are short favorites in this game. Who's got a lock?
Chip, what do they tell you about Tiger Stadium at night?
Oh,
is that a place you want to be going? Is that an environment you want to be playing in?
It's where dreams come to die.
I think it's like worth 2 touchdowns. That's what I heard. It's worth 2 touchdowns.
It is where dreams go to die. It's where the dream of Brian Kelly leading LSU to a national title dies. Texas A&M minus 2.5. They're the better team. LSU's offense is cheeks. They are not going to be able to move the ball against this Texas A&M defense. Their defense is still very good, but this is a very good offensive line they're facing. And Whit Weeks is probably not going to be playing this week either. We saw last week Vanderbilt was able to run all over on them without Whit Weeks. Give me the Aggies minus 2.5.
So after this, LSU has an off week, and then they play Bama. If Tom's right, we might have BK Siren Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's an expensive buyout.
Hey, money ain't real.
No, it's not.
Not in that league.
Yeah, no, sir. Hey, I'll take first half under 24.5. I think that the way that LSU, it's like LSU obviously great, very, very strong defensively. We've discussed the Texas A&M strength up front, strength on strength, weakness on weakness. But there's also, in my mind, the idea of, if you're Texas A&M, what would be better than some long plodding drives of running the football? Clock starts to tick. Maybe we get a couple red zone stops, field goal attempts when they do get into scoring position. So I'll go first half under 24.5.
I really want to take the Aggies. I'm just like, if we think Death Valley at night is worth like 3.5, 4, and is LSU really, are they really worse than a touchdown on a neutral? Like, you almost got to think A&M is to make this a good value, you almost need to make A&M like 9.5 over LSU on a neutral. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's hard. I think A&M wins, but man, that is that's hard to pull the trigger. They've never won in Death Valley.
I believe it.
First time for everything.
Yeah, and they would play every year.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the
Danny?
over. Give me the over.
Okay.
I think you see Texas A&M. I think their offense will be able to score on LSU. I think the run game takes some of it out of it. I do think A&M's defense, while they do get after the passer, they have given up some points to some offenses that are better than LSU. But if I can get 21 like they did against Vanderbilt, I think this one's an easy over. I think it could be a little wacky. So I'll go over.
So, sorry, they have not won in Death Valley since joining the SEC.
Oh,
First time for everything.
Yes.
All right. Anything else on LSU, Texas A&M? Nope. All right. Coming up on the other side, we continue with our locks for the rest of Saturday, plus Moneyline Sprinkles and more. Next.
Here we go. The 2025 CBS Sports NFL schedule is here. 18 glorious Sundays.
He's got his receiver touchdown.
Filled with rematches.
Oh, the play of the year.
And rivalries.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Plus, plenty of superstar showdowns. And an epic matchup between the Chiefs and Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Clear your Sundays beginning September 7th for the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Back here on the Cover 3 podcast, let's review the locks that we've got on the board so far. Bud has BYU +3, Ole Miss-Oklahoma under 55.5, the Missouri-Vanderbilt over 51.5, North Texas team total over 42.5, Iowa -8.5, Minnesota team total under 14.5, Illinois-Washington over 54. I've got Minnesota, Iowa under 39.5, Ole Miss, Oklahoma under 55.5, Vanderbilt -2.5, Illinois +4.5, Texas A&M, LSU first half under 24.5. Danny's on BYU +3, Oklahoma -5.5, Vanderbilt -2.5, Texas A&M, LSU over 48, and Tom's got BYU +3, Oklahoma -5.5, and Texas A&M -2.5. Boys, the board is open. And what do we have left for Willie Fritz's Cougs? Have we lost all the sevens?
What time's that game?
It is.
There are sevens out there. There are 7.5s.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Houston +7.5. The news coming out yesterday that Jordan Tyson has a hamstring injury and will be missing the game. In the words of Kenny Dillingham, they are trying to save him from himself. Well, I think that there's that is an attitude to have against the Houston team that is currently 6-1 and kind of feisty defensively. Even early on in that game against Texas Tech, proven to show a little bit of resistance, just couldn't score on one of the best defenses in the Big 12. I think that this is a spot where, coming out of that big win last weekend for Arizona State, they are going to run into some stiff competition. I like, especially with the Jordan Tyson news, Houston to be able to be competitive and threaten to pull off the upset.
I've got to play on this game. Kind of go in the opposite direction of you, though, because the total has been plummeting because of that Jordan Tyson news. I still think if Arizona State kind of realized this was going to be the situation all week, they could figure out ways to get by without him. Give me the over 44.5.
Sure.
Interesting. Yeah. Houston secondary is not great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember the Big 12 championship game?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Yes.
Did they have Jordan Tyson in that game?
Oh!
I don't think they did. I need to make up some ground on Chip. I will fight him all day long. As long as Sam Levitt's healthy, this team will be fine. Raleek Brown will get the ground game going. I love Willie Fritz too. I'd love to see it potentially, but I don't see it happening this time. Give me the Sun Devils.
Fight, 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 fight.
Yeah, great. I mean, this is a fun game. I'm glad we got a little skin. Glad we got a little blood on the board to be able to set the tone for a shake-up weekend. Yeah, that's right.
Friendly today so far.
We have.
And look, and you know what? It is good, Danny. Because just like in the Big 12 title game, Arizona State can always lean on Cam Scatterbo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Raleek Brown isn't bad.
Yeah. Raleek
Brown
hold
his own.
Player. Yeah, I know.
He can hold his own.
All right, Tom, where would you like to go?
I'll stay in the Big 12 for another total. Give me Baylor Cincinnati over 66.5. I mean, when was the last time you saw a stop in a Baylor game this season? They don't happen very frequently. And I think Cincinnati's offense is playing very well. I think their secondary is not great. And I think Sawyer Robertson and Baylor will be able to take advantage of it. I think this is just going to be an old school Big 12 shootout tennis match kind of game. So, yeah.
I lean that way too, but I didn't pull the trigger.
That game is wild.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, Danny? Was it yesterday when we were talking where I said if it wasn't for all of the other coaching hot seat scenarios, we might have been talking a little bit more about how Dave Aranda's defense just got absolutely cooked by TCU, but it just kind of flew under the radar. Yep. Big spot there for the Baylor Bears.
Think of how bad Auburn's offense has been, and then remember Auburn put up 38 points on Baylor with Jackson Arnold running all over the place.
That is a great point. I'm going to lay them with Cincinnati.
Oh, cool.
I think this is a shootout, but if you have a high possession game, who do you trust more? And I love Sawyer Robertson. He's been awesome. If they did have a defense that was worth anything, I think he could be at in the Heisman conversation, but they have atrocious high possession game. Brendan Sors's been really good, 24 total touchdowns, only 1 turnover. I trust him in this situation more playing at home, so I'll lay him with the Bearcats.
I like that. Danny, where would you like to go?
I will go. I have a lot of favorites today, and this one's a hold your nose. And you don't want to watch this game, and you just kind of hope that some of the trends hold up. Because is anybody aware of Alabama's record against unranked opponents on the road? In their last 3, they're 0-3 straight up in those environments. I think this is the end of an absolute gauntlet for Alabama, where they're just saying, get us to the finish line, get us to the bye week so we can get out of here, have some time off. That is a dangerous place to be in. South Carolina is not very good. They did play them pretty tough last week. It is in Columbia. Do you get one more great effort from them? I say you do. I think Alabama wins, but I will take the points with the Gamecocks at home.
I love the thought process on Alabama.
But it's a little crazy.
But after taking South Carolina last week and just the egg that they laid at home against Oklahoma, I can't join you. I'm with you in spirit, though.
There is some, wouldn't it be hilarious? Like all season long, we've known South Carolina had back-to-back home games against Oklahoma and Alabama to follow up an absolute stinker where, like, watching the game, I mean, Gamecocks had no juice. You know, it was just a tough team to feel inspired by watching them play football. Now, if they got up off the mat and threw a haymaker against Alabama, there's some wouldn't it be hilarious there. We'll see if Cocktober reigns. I'm gonna stay off there. I can't. You're fading Alabama based on the trends. I got you. You're backing South Carolina. I'm not. You good luck out there, sir.
It takes a brave soul to do this. To go out on this island.
Man of conviction. Bud, where would you like to go?
Let's stay in the ACC here. We're not staying in the ACC. Let's go to the ACC. I'm gonna take NC State and a touchdown at Pitt.
Scott.
I just like that's a hard number for me to get to, and I don't think NC State's amazing, obviously, but I mean, this team's really a touchdown apart. Give me the Wolfpack.
More on that game later.
Okay, yeah.
Got some
I don't hate that either. Yeah.
Yeah, got some stats and facts, some thoughts.
I got to try to bring some of this Moneyline leans over to the ATS.
That's right. You are the sprinkle king, so you got to start bringing them sprinkles to the main dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see where you're at. See the vision for sure. Danny, let's maybe keep the battle and go. I'm just curious to see how much you believe in it. How much you believe in those Memphis Tigers? Because I'll tell you what I believe. I believe that anybody who's smart enough to cheat in chemistry and still wind up being the South Florida Bulls head coach walks around, he's effing elite. Found out later that FE is iron. Right? Yeah, this is so good. If you haven't seen Alex Golish's interview with Danny on the radio show, it was very, very good stuff.
So good. Yeah, he had a little sign up in his desk behind him that said FE, and I was fully expecting the iron sharpens iron coach cliche, and he's like, nope. He's like, I saw the FE, and he's like, we got a phrase around here, effing elite, be effing elite, and he's like, so my guy got it for me. I think it was like his right-hand guy there next to him at USF. He's like, so we put it up, and he goes, I cheated my whole way through chemistry growing up. He's like, I don't even know what half the symbols are. He's like, but I love FE.
No, but it was the director of player development was his chemistry teacher.
That's what it was. He goes all the way back.
He was the chemistry teacher, and now he's still got him with. He's like, the reason I got into coaching, he was just the guy. He was the football coach, and I cheated like hell through his class. He said his best friend's sister was in there. So good. Anyway, I'm back in effing elite. I'm back in USF. I think they're a good football team. I think they win this game by a touchdown. So anything under a touchdown is green light go. I'll take the best number I can get, but when we're floating around 5 and 5.5, I know that's mostly dead numbers. I think the Bulls are the real deal. So they're going to be able to take care of business even on the road against a feisty Memphis team.
Ferris.
Yeah.
What?
That's what the FE stands for.
Oh, that's
ferrous
Latin
oxide.
Thing?
That's iron.
Huh.
No, it's just the word.
It's Latin, right?
Some of us got A's in school. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got to play in the game. I can't fade my guy after that. That was such a good interview. I'll go over 61.5. I think see some points. Even with Memphis quarterback issues, I think this feels like a typical American game. We've seen some shootouts involving Memphis and UCF. We've seen USF already put up 63 at North Texas. Shoot, they could come close to putting up 50 burger again. I think it's just going to be a wild, fun game. So I'll take the over 61.5.
But
no, I think it's priced in.
The Brendan, and what we're talking about is Brendan Lewis.
Yes, left
Memphis's last against the loss to UAB. Like for all the love for Lil Mortensen out there, leading the Blazers to a win. There's the other side of this that Memphis took a costly conference loss, and Brendan Lewis left that game with a lower leg injury. Day to day has been the official word. So, yeah, I don't know. Probably priced in. I don't know what your downgrade is from Brendan Lewis to the backup.
It's not nothing. I mean, like that's he's like a real player as far as G6 QBs go.
So, you'll sit out.
I think that's it for me.
Okay. Wait. Did it or do you want to take our attention elsewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been feeling a little sick today. Actually, my internet's been in and out. What are you guys doing at 1:00 on Saturday?
Probably like a halftime hit on HQ.
Yeah, probably.
Do you think you will maybe come across a hit from Buffalo, New York?
It's time for sicko mode. Let's go. I'm a little bit lower on some of the teams in the bottom of the Sun Belt. If things go wrong, they could be like UMass UConn. That's kind of like sicko mode of a sicko mode.
All right, so we are going to take Akron team total under 17.5 at Buffalo.
Ooh.
If you watch the MAC like we do, styles of play, where did Buffalo DC Joe Bowen come from?
His mother.
Miami, Ohio, right? They just played Akron 2 weeks ago. They held them under 300 yards, under 275 yards, in fact, and Akron scored a total of 7 points there at Miami O. They run the exact same style of defense. They really, they make QBs make big-time throws. And in the MAC, guess what? Most of these QBs can't make big-time throws. I'm going to scoot over here. So, now, come on. If we're going to go surprise 3 wide, we got to have a little warning, DK. All right. So, Akron under 17.5 team total. Look, maybe Akron, having seen this defense 2 weeks ago, has answers. I don't think so. Honestly, I think a lot of it might look a little bit like what Wyoming did to these guys in week 1 as well. And I don't think Buffalo is going to pace them very much. So 17.5 under Akron team total for me.
Tailgate saying we can get you 18.5.
I mean, sure.
Whoa.
Let me check the juice on the 18.5.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter in all likelihood.
We try to keep it real for the folks.
Hey, in a 1 p.m. kickoff MAC game, I've seen 18s on the scoreboard.
Oh,
true.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. 18.5 minus 10. That's fine. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you, DK.
You know what? It's so funny about 2 things, Bud. Number one, when you said, if you watch the MAC like we do, I don't know if we got a lot of nodding.
6 field goals is possible.
I don't know if everyone was like, yes, we do watch the MAC like you do. It's like, if that's not applicable even to our awesome and very, very sick audience. And then number 2, once you said it, I felt like everybody was like, oh, that's a smart play. Like technically sicko because of how you're having to position this within your college football Saturday, spending some time, even just tracking this one. But at the same time, a sensible sicko, you know?
Will I actually watch this game?
Yeah.
Not live. But I will go back to figure out how it lost, right? Which is probably like ridiculous, kickoff return and some other stuff. So.
Oh yeah, when you get the scoop and score in the first
211 yards and they scored 34 points or something. Yeah, that's how that plays out. I'm sure.
Does MACtion start next week or the week after that?
It is November. I don't know how we're going to be bleeding over, the end of October into November, but traditionally. November is when MACtion takes over those Tuesday, Wednesday night games.
Get it to me.
Okay. Is Danny back yet? No.
Did you check the private chat?
Yes. Yep. Somebody in the tailgate suggested as much. So they're okay. All of our wins and losses are documented. There's no X-ray vision glasses built into these picks right here. We've got the records to prove it. Danny?
Hey, Danny.
Yeah. What's going on? How we doing?
How's everything going?
It's great. It's good. It's good.
It did Bud sicko mode?
Yes, it did. It did. No, I guess there was.
Hold on, my lawyer's on Zoom.
Yeah. No, I think somebody's been trying to scam some of our neighbors, and like somebody's been doing for drops and picking up cash. So that's what the detective was asking about. So it's a little interesting. And then I'm thinking, as the NBA investigation is unfolding, and we're doing a gambling show in here, like giving out winners. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on?
There were references to the FBI director in the tailgate right now. So.
I'm sure.
All right. Let's keep things rolling. Tom, where do you want to
go? You know what? Why leave the MAC?
Why
leave
the
me?
MAC?
Central
That's what
Michigan.
I said to Northern Illinois. What are you doing? Why leave the MAC?
Oh, for the big Mountain West dollars. Give me Central Michigan at home minus 15.5 against UMass. Just yeah.
Punching down.
There's part of me is like last week, UMass had a legitimate shot of beating Buffalo and getting its first win of the season and then blew it in the final minutes. And I just wonder, like, that could be kind of a death blow for their confidence, thinking that they finally were that close to winning a game, letting it slip through their fingers, and just wondering how that team is going to respond a week later on the road against Central Michigan. And honestly, the Chips have, since the MAC started playing conference-wise, the Chips have been better than the team we saw early in the year, and they were pretty decent early in the year. So they're looking like one of the better teams in the league. UMass is clearly one of the worst teams in the country, so there's not a whole lot of science behind this one.
I'll continue the theme of punching down. Give me Texas Tech minus 36.5.
Even without Barron?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you guys happened to check? And I do not criticize it because he's taking on the role of having to, be front facing about this. But have you guys watched any of Doug Meacham's press conferences at Oklahoma State? He's chilling. I mean, no team issued gear, just like undershirt, zip up. He looks like a podcaster. I swear. Go check out his midweek availability. He's just cruising in there with the t-shirt, zip up hoodie, just like, hey guys, how's it going? I mean, somebody has to do that. Doug Meacham is doing work right now, but as you might have noticed, I'm sure all of you have, we're continuing to just see this Oklahoma State program in terms of the way they are being rated, the way they are performing. They are sinking down into the realm of Texas Tech's non-conference opponents. We saw what Texas Tech did to the non-conference opponents. They blew them out of the water. I will take them in a get-right spot at home, minus the 36.5.
He does kind of look like a guy that's about to try to fit in 36, just not back-to-back.
Right.
Like, you got to do this press conference.
Yeah, and again, like I don't want to make this seem like I'm criticizing him because
8 a.m., 2 p.m.
He is doing a job that a lot of people would not want to do. He had to take over early in the season, and he still is going through and getting this team dressed to play. He is getting them organized. They are on the bus. They are off the bus. He is meeting with the media. Man, it was a sight to be able to see Doug Meacham this week in preparation for the game.
Do you guys know there's a couple good rivalry games this weekend?
Haven't heard.
A lot.
The Sunflower Showdown is a game that has been dominated by Kansas State. Kansas has not won in this game since 2008.
Oh.
But all good things must come to an end. Give me Kansas playing at home. I think I can get it at 2.5, right? I don't want it at 3. I want it at 2.5. I'll lay the 2.5. I'll take Lance Leipold to get it done. Kansas State's been a tough out. After struggling, we thought the hangover was going to be there. They had a nice win against TCU, but I think Kansas is the better football team. So I'm going to back the Jayhawks to break that streak.
They have played them tough a couple times. Last year was a 2-point loss. The 23 game was
they're getting close.
That was the one where Kansas, did they play like a third string quarterback who was like a running back, and Kansas State looked like a layup, and they only won by 4, if I recall.
I do not remember.
I'm pretty sure that was the year. Maybe it was 22. No, it was 23 because Kansas found a way to cover that thing.
All right. How are we looking? What's the rest of the card? What's everybody sitting on?
I've got 3 left.
I've already fired a bunch.
Yeah, I got one more.
I forgot to get out earlier is a game we've already discussed, so I should probably toss it out there. I was just so concerned about Danny taking South Carolina plus 12 that I forgot to mention I'm on the under 47.5 in that game because along the same lines, I do wonder what Alabama has in the tank right now. And then I really just don't think South Carolina looks very good at the moment. So I think this could be kind of a lazy kind of game. And also Alabama unders are just pretty profitable this year.
What's our best number we get on the Tennessee-Kentucky under? 53.5, 54.
You don't want to watch that game, do you? I watched Texas-Kentucky last week.
55.
Yeah, there's a 55 out there.
Couple 55s.
Chip, you sure you want to do this to yourself?
Nope, I am not sure. Nah, I'll let that one sit. Yeah, I'll let that one sit. Let's go with something that's a lot more wholesome. Okay. North Carolina team total under 20.5. Long trip back from Berkeley. Tough vibes. Yes, they did. They gave themselves a chance to win. The margin was smaller than it had been against power conference competition. Virginia's defense is getting a little bit healthier, and I don't know where the spark is for North Carolina's offense. So I'm gonna go North Carolina team total under.
All right, let's stick in the ACC here. Night game at Louisville, off a big win. Stick in the scratch a little bit. Give me Boston College plus 25.5.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. That should be your sicko mode.
Yeah, I can't get to this number. Like even adjusting Louisville for playing better, and I know they probably should not have lost to UVA with the multiple defensive scores, but I mean, how much worse can BC get than they've been playing? Like I think the market has caught BC. Yeah, give me 25.5. That's a lot. Like Oregon, Wisconsin is priced, 31?
Mm-hmm.
And Oregon's a good bit better than Louisville is, and I don't think BC and Wisconsin are much different.
Yuck. I mean, I'm with you, but Louisville ain't Oregon. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm good. Danny, where are you at?
I'll give you one. I got one in the ACC. There's some flashing red signs not to take this. One, it's on the C dub, which is always a dangerous spot where upsets usually happen. But SMU and also Wake is coming off a bye after a couple nice wins. Jake Dickert has done a phenomenal job. SMU's coming off a win against Clemson, but you know what? I don't think that's the emotional high that people think it was at one time. I think it's just another ACC win for SMU. Very businesslike, got in, got out, double-digit win. I think they do the same to Wake Forest. SMU is still a really good football team. I'm going to go ahead and lay the 3 points. Is that where I get that?
Is Jennings playing?
Yeah, he's hobbled, but he's going to play.
Yeah. Okay, he is going to play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I see 3s and 3.5.
I want the 3. I'll lay the 3.
You sure? You don't want that half?
No, I do not want that half. I'm dying to take a Wisconsin team total, especially since it moved up a point.
I've got one.
Go.
Oh, let's hear it.
Wisconsin, first half, team total, under 2.5. I can afford a safety.
Wisconsin, first half, team total, under 2.5. Let's go.
Love it.
I mean, in that case, Oregon, first half, minus 19.5. Just add it.
Sure.
Yeah, come on. Throw it on there.
All right. Sticking in the Big Ten, Michigan over 30.5 team total at Michigan State.
Thank goodness. I was waiting. Who's going to bite on something for this game?
I just don't think Sparty's defense has players. I mean, every game we see, they don't look like they can compete.
What number do you have?
30.5.
Okay.
Yeah. I can see it. All right. I'm tapped out till Sprinkles. What's everybody else looking like?
One more.
All right, go.
Colorado, Utah over 49.5.
Chauncey Billups special?
Chauncey Billups special.
Jesus Christ.
Chauncey.
I thought about sprinkling the buffs for Chauncey.
Listen, Chauncey, I know you're watching right now. You watch every week. I know you're a huge fan of the Lock Spot in particular, and we stand behind you, brother. Good luck.
Hey, just remember, this is not a conviction. He still has a chance to prove himself. This is America.
Innocent until proven guilty.
That's right. Justice system. It's a beautiful thing. All right. Let's review what we've got for week 9. Bud is on BYU +3, Ole Miss-Oklahoma under 55.5, Missouri-Vandy over 51.5, North Texas team total over 42.5, Iowa -8.5, Minnesota team total under 14.5, Illinois-Washington over 54, NC State +7, Akron team total under 18.5, Boston College +25.5, Michigan team total over 30.5. I'm on. Minnesota, Iowa under 39.5. Ole Miss, Oklahoma under 55.5. Vanderbilt -2.5. Illinois +4.5. Houston +7.5. The Texas A&M, LSU first half under 24.5. USF -4.5. Texas Tech -36.5. North Carolina team total under 20.5. Oregon first half -19.5. Danny's got BYU +3. Oklahoma -5.5. Vanderbilt -2.5. Texas A&M, LSU over 48. Arizona State -7, Cincinnati -3.5, South Carolina +12, USF Memphis over 60.5, Kansas -2.5, SMU -3, and Tom's got BYU +3, Oklahoma -5.5, Texas A&M -2.5, Houston, Arizona State over 44.5, Baylor, Cincinnati over 66.5, Central Michigan -15.5, Alabama, South Carolina under 47.5, Wisconsin, first half, team total under 2.5, Colorado, Utah over 49.5. And those were,
Hold on. Guys, we got some more fillings.
Oh.
Since starting out 2-10, the dentist is on a 3-1 hot streak here to bring himself to 5-11. We have 2 more. I have been waiting for this matchup to see where the total would be. Auburn unders versus Arkansas overs. Which one will give in with Arkansas favored and playing at home? I'm betting it's the defenses that falter. Also potentially a quarterback change for Auburn. Give me the over 55.5. Tooth emoji, lock emoji. And finally, here's an under to cleanse the palate. Final in this game will be 3-0. Give me Texas, Mississippi State under 45.5. And wouldn't it be hilarious if
Mississippi State gets it done? Yeah. I mean, that would be the sweet release of this Texas nonsense for sure. You can do it for us. All right. And those were the locks, sponsored by Cash App. As you heard me say at the top of the show, new Cash App users can use our code and get free money. Use our code COVER3, send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 right in your account. Thank you to Cash App. And coming up on the other side, our Moneyline Sprinkles for Week 9 and more. Next. And now it's time for Moneyline Sprinkles, brought to you by FanDuel. Play your game. All right, let's look back at the sprinkles last week. Bud might have put this damn thing away because last week, Bud Elliott, if you remember, sprinkled Stanford +705 against Florida State. And thanks to the fact that they did not have enough cameras to judge the goal line in Palo Alto,
if you think we're winning that
California,
game in overtime,
the tech capital of the world didn't have enough views of this. Stanford +705 comes home for Bud. That is massive. Did not cash Eastern Michigan or Mississippi State.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, honestly, yeah, I'm glad I got the 7 and not the 3. Mississippi State absolutely should have won it. Like, I don't know what Blake Shapen is doing, throwing like the RPO should have just been an R. Just run the damn ball and kick the winning field goal. Like that was horrendous.
That's something that you could probably tell your player. I don't put that on Shapen. I put that
like maybe don't call the RPO.
Yeah. Just hand the damn ball off.
Just call the R.
Yeah.
All right. I did not get Maryland home, did not get Penn State home, did not get Washington home, Mississippi State. I was right there with you, but the UConn Huskies +108 didn't do much for my overall, but I'm happy to take a winner as it is. Then Danny, you got a little BYU +150, Arkansas, South Carolina, and Army not able to get it done. Tom, BYU +150 comes home for you as well, but Purdue, South Carolina, Arkansas, Kentucky, and Auburn not able to get you to the plus side. Bud now has a 11 and change unit, 11.6 unit advantage on the rest of the crew. He is 10-16 on his sprinkles, up 15 units. Danny in second place. He is up 3.6 units with 9 sprinkle hits. Tom, 7-21 on sprinkles, down 9.65. Chip, 8-25, down 11.7 units. So, Bud, Sprinkle King, where are we going?
We are going to the flats. Georgia Tech is not a reliable favorite under Brent Key. They are an absolute amazing underdog. Do I think Syracuse is going to win this? No. Do I think +660 is too high? I do. Give me Cuse. Maybe get off the mat here. Sleepy game on the flats. That feels overpriced to me. Speaking of getting off the mat, are we sure Nebraska gets off the mat here? Northwestern looks like a competent football team. Give me the Wildcats plus 260.
The Sprinkle King is spitting some
He's
problems
swinging for
into
the fences
universe right now.
All right, we're going to go to Tulsa. This is the game I talked about. I bet on both these teams quite a bit. I don't know that Temple needs to be a favorite of this size at Tulsa. I think Tulsa is like way better than Charlotte is, and I bet Temple last week at Charlotte. Give me Tulsa plus 190. And we're going to go to Annapolis. We're going to take FAU plus 470 to take down the Mids.
I can get you 500.
I'll take that. Shit.
Caden Veltkamp.
Ask me how I know.
Yeah, disrespected the troops.
Yeah.
All right, is that it?
Yeah, that's all.
All right, Danny.
I'm going to go back to the well. Give me BYU. Keep this thing rolling. Plus 125.
Get you 130.
Yeah, 130, even better. What is it? The pig, the axe, or what is Purdue playing for in this one? A little rivalry game
Against Rutgers? Nothing.
Yeah. Oh, that's nothing. Are you kidding me? Doesn't have a name to it.
This is the Big Ten saying both you teams need a conference game. You can actually have a good chance to win on a yearly basis game.
Well, in any case, Purdue's going to be banging that big drum, the biggest drum in the world. Give me Purdue plus 110. Give me your Fighting Illini to win outright in Seattle plus 160. And last one, it'd be really nice. I think we all like getting support. We feel really left out when we don't get that affirmation that Hugh Freeze so desperately seeking there at Auburn. One way to get it? To get a big W. On the road in Fayetteville, Auburn gets it done. They get a win.
Is that a plus money sprinkle?
There's a 100 out there, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Just barely.
All right, Tom.
I've got a couple of crossovers here. I am also on BYU plus 130. I am also on Illinois plus 160. And I am also on FAU plus 500 against Navy. My differences are I've got Utah State plus 130 going up against New Mexico. Bronco goes back and beats his old team. I've got Minnesota plus 275 against Iowa. There's a bronze pig on the line. Throw out the record books, folks. Anything can happen in that game. And then finally, give me Ball State plus 190 against Northern Illinois, who has just looked bad. And it's like they're favored by nearly a touchdown at home. What are we doing? I don't even want the points. Just give me.
Was it last week that Ohio threw like 40-something points on the board on Northern Illinois?
I don't know what's going on. I mean, they can't run the ball. They can't throw the ball.
Anybody?
They can't do nothing. No.
Yeah. Oh. All right. First, I'm going to go to the CW because that's where dreams go to die. It ain't Tiger Stadium. It's the CW. The CW's victims are many. And so I will take Wake Forest. 140, 150. What's our?
I saw 140.
140.
Yeah, 140. Okay, that's what I had in my notes. So Wake Forest plus 140. Deeks, as you mentioned, Danny, coming off a bye. SMU second straight road game. Deeks almost got Georgia Tech in a similar spot right here in that early start in Winston-Salem. I think they'll be keyed up and ready to go. The Wake Forest, like
a whole other drive to left.
What?
So there's a deep drive to left.
Yes. Wake Forest is under Jake Dickert is like showing what competent football can be. If there's any other first-year coaches in the state of North Carolina who's not delivering results, I think that what's happening in Winston-Salem would make that a little bit more frustrating. But I'm going to stay in the state of North Carolina, Bud. I hinted at it earlier. Dave Doran, 0 losses to Pitt as a head coach. He's only played twice, but 0 losses to Pitt as a head coach. Also, Dave Doran, after a bye or off week, however you want to call it, has covered 6 of the last 7 games against the spread coming out of an off week, and that is 5-2 straight up. Give me NC State plus 205.
Yep.
Okay. And finally, This is a border war that kind of sneaky in terms of where the hate and the passion is. It is a reload the musket game. It is the second straight road game at night. Give me Kentucky plus 280 to maybe take down the Vols and cause some real problems for Joey Jaguar.
Did anybody think about West Virginia?
Yes,
I did.
That's the one I didn't pull the trigger on yet.
Yes.
Yep.
Huh. All right.
Yeah. So they classic. Now just go ahead
Like
and throw that
TCU, like TCU is that level of road favorite.
It's at least worth checking out. Okay.
It's just been so bad though. So
yeah, that's tough. All right, and let's review what we got. Bud is sprinkling Syracuse plus 660, Northwestern plus 260, Tulsa plus 190, FAU plus 500. Got Wake plus 140, NC State plus 205, Kentucky plus 280. Danny is sprinkling BYU plus 130, Purdue plus 110, Illinois plus 160, and Auburn plus 100. Then Tom has got Broncos, big bad boys, Utah State plus 130, BYU plus 130, Illinois plus 160, Ball State plus 190, Minnesota plus 275, FAU plus 500. And those were the Moneyline Sprinkles brought to you by FanDuel. Play your game. Woo.
what if I go 6-0 in sprinkles? What if?
I love that the chat thinks that Danny's Topo Chico or Perrier is Rolling Rock. Danny just slamming Rolling Rocks and lemonade him on a Thursday.
It does kind of look like it.
Oh my God.
You know, it's Rolling Rock's a pretty good lunch,
right?
Lunch beverage.
Yeah.
No free ads, but
That's fair.
Crispy and refreshing. I can rock with it. Any games we did not discuss that stood out to you one way or the other? Obviously, all of our locks, our best bets are on the record. They've been written down in stone. But anything that you simmered on that you didn't end up wanting to lock up? UCLA Indiana is one that the tailgate was mentioning.
For what? Just to lay them with Indiana, or keep riding the UCLA train?
Mine was UCLA team total over was my hunch. I don't
hate the over in the game.
With Indiana can do most of the work themselves.
Yeah, but I think UCLA can put up some points.
Yeah.
If it had been 9.5, I would take UConn over Rice, but it's at 10.5. So
what about the under in that game? I didn't have enough time to dig in on Rice unders. I know we were on that early. Then we kind of lost our way, so I didn't get a chance to put that back under the microscope yet. Rutgers Purdue over was another one that I was kind of looking at, but that's a big number.
Yeah,
to be able to get there. But that would be another test for the Rutgers overs principle. Like it's week 9. We had our learn everything that we were wrong about at the beginning of the year, get ahead of the numbers. Now we're starting to get numbers catching up, a little bit of a balance, and so we got to figure out where some of those principles are, put them under further testing.
I thought about laying it with Miami, but the concern was that I don't trust, like if Miami gets the lead, can I really trust Cristobal to cover 4 touchdowns? Because it's like Stanford obviously coming off that win last week and Miami coming off that loss. I just feel like,
that's also, I mean, that's a dead crowd game.
That's what Danny said. He started firing the chopper on CBS Sports Network yesterday. Miami's going to win in front of 9 people.
It will. There was nobody there Friday night for Louisville, except
I know
DJ
2
Khaled.
people who were there.
I mean, look, that's a hard stadium
Claudia
to get to.
and Katie went, right?
Claudia was there. Katie was there. Kevin Clark was there. So there's 3.
It's 3. They each get their own row.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, cold-blooded. Kevin's going to come for you one day, bud. I'm just going to tell you, Kevin's coming for you one day.
Kevin's distracted by the Orlando Magic right now.
Yeah, that's fine. Magic has started. Hey,
maybe we'll meet at the Miami game. I'll be in my own section. He can be in his own section. Just holler at me.
Wait to each other. It's like 2020 all over again, right? The distance seating.
Exactly.
All right. We will be back Saturday night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern time, to be able to recap all of the action from week 9 in college football. So come and hang out, join the tailgate, get the conversation started live. And you can follow him on Twitter at Tom Fornelli. You can follow him at Bud Elliott 3. You can follow him at Danny Kanell. Follow me at Chip_Patterson. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
See y'all.